Welcome to my channel. If you are here, you will likely know me as Pioneer Brewer on all the social media sites. If not, I encourage you to check them out. The links will be below. This channel will be filled with my companion videos to the articles I write for my site. Today, I will be going over the first brew I made for the site, Goblin Collected Company. The premise of this deck is to fill the board with goblins using Collected Company. If you've been playing Pioneer for a while, you will know what Collected Company, or COCO, does. But for those who are looking to break into the format, Collected Company is a green instant spell that costs 3 and a green to look at the top 6 cards of your library and put 2 creatures that have mana value of 3 or less directly into play. Collected Company is often seen next to humans or spirits, but here I'm going to show you that COCO has a place with goblins as well. The Goblin tribe is full of low-cost, efficient creatures that can overwhelm your opponent with ease. Among the most powerful of the goblins this deck utilizes are the Lords. The Lord is a creature that pumps up creatures of a certain tribe. Goblin King for goblins, Lord of Atlantis for merfolk, Elvish Champion for elves, so this goes on and on. The Lords this deck utilizes are some of the most versatile Pioneer has to offer. First off, there is the best traditional Goblin Lord in Pioneer, Hobgoblin Bandit Lord. This Lord gives all your goblins +1/+1 and has a bonus ability that can deal direct damage equal to the number of goblins that enter the battlefield this turn. Mixing this Lord with some token creators can be the difference between winning and losing. The next 2 Lords do not grant a static +1/+1, but instead grant +1/+1 counters when a creature enters the battlefield. First of these is the Honorary Goblin Metallic Mimic. This artifact creature comes into play and then becomes the creature type of your choice, and then grants every creature of that type that enters the battlefield after it +1/+1 counters. The other Lord in this category is Grumgully the Generous. This is not just a Lord for goblins, but any non-human creature, which this deck is full of. The Lords are powerful and all, but they are nothing unless they have something else to pump up. In this deck's case, we have the token creators Legion Warboss and Goblin Rabblemaster. Both of these goblins create goblins at the beginning of combat on each of your turns. On top of creating goblins, when Goblin Rabblemaster attacks, it comes with a bonus ability. It gets +1/+0 for each other attacking goblin you control. This can get out of control rather quick. Rabblemaster has that super powerful ability. It comes with another ability that might be construed as a downside. During each of your combats, each other goblin you control has to attack. This can be dangerous. When you have a massive number of goblins in the field, you want to be attacking as much as possible. Legion Warboss also comes with another ability. In his case, it's the Mentor ability. When he attacks, he puts a 1/+1/+1 counter on one other attacking goblin that is weaker than him. The next token creator of the deck goes about its token creation in a slightly different way than the previous 2. Krenko Tin Street Kingpin creates goblins equal to its power when it attacks. Now, his power only starts off as 1, but when he attacks, he also gets a +1/+1 counter before the token creation happens. So on your first attack with him, you would get 2 goblins, not 1. Mix this with any of the other Lord effects in the deck, such as Hobgoblin Bandit Lord or Grumgully, and you will get more and more goblins as the game goes on. This deck also utilizes a pseudo bushwhacker creature, Battlecry Goblin. Battlecry Goblin can boost the power of all of your goblins for just 2 mana, as well as give them all haste. As a bonus, when you attack with Battlecry Goblin, if all the creatures you are attacking with have power greater to or equal than 6, you get another goblin that is also attacking. The final goblin this deck uses is Legion Loyalist. This 1-drop hasty goblin can grant all your attacking creatures first strike, trample, and the ability to not be able to be blocked by token creatures. Mix this with the Rabblemaster, and you will have a giant Rabblemaster with trample to go over anything your opponent may block with. This deck also utilizes 3 creatures that are not goblins. Playsets of both Land of War Elves and Elvish Mystic are key to making sure you're able to play your Collected Company as early as possible. The other non-goblin this deck runs is a former standard staple with Bone Crusher Giant. This 3-mana 4/3 comes with an instant spell stapled to it. The instant spell is a overpriced shock with the bonus ability to stop damage prevention. This deck's sideboard is a little unique in what it contains. The big standouts are 4 copies of Goblin Chain Whirler. This 3-drop former boogeyman was a terror when it was in Standard. It comes into play for 3 red mana, has first strike, and deals 1 damage to target opponent and each creature and planeswalker they control. While 1 damage may not seem like a lot, it can be the matter of life or death depending on what the opponent's creatures look like. The rest of the sideboard is rather standard. Graveyard Hate of your choice, whether it be Weathered Runestone, Grafdigger's Cage, Unlicensed Hearse, whatever you'd like. Damping Sphere for when you come up against those Lotus Field combo decks. And this deck runs 2 copies of Heroic Intervention to protect your deck from board wipes when you come up against control. This was a pet deck of mine. I love goblins, and Coco made them viable at my local F&M. This deck can come out of nowhere and turn a game around. I've come back from having 1 life casting a Coco and taking down an opponent from 20. Even if you're unable to resolve the Coco, getting some token creators such as Rabblemaster or Legion War Boss onto the field can give you enough board presence to take control of a field. Thank you for taking the time to listen to me ramble here on my channel's first video. Much like all of my articles, I am open to criticism. I am always looking to improve my content, and I have not written a script, let alone made a video, in more than half a decade. So I am relearning everything I used to know. Please be patient with me, and I thank you.